It's December again, and as we all know from last year's video,
it's rewind time.
Rewind 2018 was described as a disaster, cringe fest, and corporate pandering by trying to have political messages instead of what truly happened in that year. The millions of dislikes showed these feelings after the 2018 Rewind dethroned Baby by Justin Bieber for the most disliked video on all of YouTube. This happened in just days after it was posted, while Justin's song took years to get to the most disliked status. Even Susan herself admitted that her kids told her that it was cringy in the February 2019 creator letter.
But we also unexpectedly broke a record with Rewind, creating the most disliked video on the internet. Even at home, my kids told me it was cringy. We hear you that it didn't accurately show the year's key moments, nor did it reflect the YouTube you know. We'll do better to tell YouTube's story in 2019.
How YouTube got 2 out of 3 videos in the most disliked videos of all time is not about the videos themselves, but rather the platform as a whole. If you're a content creator and take more than 2 minutes of research about YouTube, you'll know how shady they have been recently, and how the site has been in a downward spiral recently. For several days in early December, YouTube teased on Twitter that they were doing something different, including sharing this meme that is still only used for Snapchat meme pages. You can see here through their various tweets, they were being sort of cryptic about it, and they had posted a couple GIFs here which are on the screen, and you can see snippets of little things. If you pause each GIF or GIF depending on how you pronounce it, you would see different things there like BTS, and you'd see Pewdiepie a little bit, a couple other creators, you saw Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, and little did we know that those were snippets of the actual Rewind. YouTube did at least listen to us this year, and they did something entirely different to last year's. YouTube went back to the old format in 2010 or 2011, which I think is really cool. Rebecca Black was the one hosting it one year, and I think Carly Rae Jepsen did the other year. Secretly, people were wanting it to be like 2018's so that they could make memes out of it and just laugh at it. But having a top 10 list, they couldn't do that. The top 10 list is lazy. It doesn't really have any soul. The top 10 format is something that they could have put together in just an afternoon by some underpaid editor, and in fact, this video with simple editing probably took just as much time as their video did to make. Because of this, everyone was clowning on YouTube Rewind 2019, saying that it's exactly like WatchMojo, which I mean it is. And even WatchMojo on Twitter responded to this. This is a valid complaint about the Rewind, but again, it's better than having nothing. Ultimately, Rewind is an advertisement for the advertisers. So this year it was all about the numbers. Just, hey, look at these creators, look how much likes they have, look how much worldwide impact we have. Whereas last year was political commentary about how we have to be together and political correctness, stuff like that. 2012's Rewind might be as cringy as 2017's or 2018's, but we just likely wear nostalgia goggles when it comes to them. A common complaint from YouTubers about 2018's Rewind is that they wanted more creators in it, while at the same time saying, who are these people? It's really a contradiction, and they won't be happy either way. So I think it's fitting now for me to react to Rewind 2019 and see what the problems are with it. This will likely be muted with some other background music in it because YouTube put copyrighted music in it and they don't give us creators a license when reacting. Ethan Klein on the H3 podcast actually brought this up.
When they license this music for this video, they need to say, when you match in this video, you don't get to claim this shit.
And yeah, that's an important thing to have, because if YouTube wants us to react to it, they really need to avoid giving us copyright claims and strikes so that people can actually make money from their videos and or get into the YouTube partner program. Alright, so here it is. Starts off with this Rewind logo right here, and right here, this is what they showed on Twitter, is actually this first part. So they just showed us the GIFs of that, and then by pausing and unpausing on Twitter, we were able to decipher a couple things from that.
K-pop!
Ah yes, the notorious K-pop.
That is so awkward to watch.
It's a good thing they included Ethan, but I realized it afterwards when somebody pointed it out on Reddit. They edited out the Teddy Fresh logo on his shirt because they don't want to give him free promotion.
YouTube Rewind 2018, the most disliked video in the history of YouTube.
Everybody has been pointing out that this sounds so petty. Like, this sounds very passive aggressive. It's like, fine, you guys choose the best things of the year then, because you're better at this than we are. Sounds like some upset girlfriend. 10 is Shane Dawson. Ironically, it's a conspiracy theory video, which YouTube has hidden. So one of their 10 most liked videos here is one that they have tried to hide, just because it's conspiracy theories. Come on, YouTube, what are you doing hiding those? Some of them are cool, not all of them are Alex Jones denying horrible tragedies. Seth Everman, yes, that really makes a lot of sense. This is a very funny video. I would also like to point out that Seth Everman has the most liked comment on YouTube on Billie Eilish's Bad Guy of I'm the Bald Guy, which is pretty cool. Also, this video was just very original, and I liked it. Yay! Finally! YouTube acknowledges PewDiePie in Rewind. I love that they've actually gone and done this, finally. It only took them several years to get over all his controversies. And another good thing about this wedding is that he hit 100 million and he was playing Minecraft at the same time. And yes, Mr. Beast, this makes a lot of sense considering it's the most liked video on YouTube. I'm just going to skip over music because it's just all the popular songs of the year, including Old Town Road, Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Lil Dicky, people like that. The one thing they did miss though is Congratulations. They also had the top dance videos, but I'm going to skip over this because I'm not interested in it. Yeah, let's go gaming. Finally, they recognize us. Fortnite, yeah, of course, Fortnite.
I'm the bad guy.
What I love about them saying I'm the bad guy with Minecraft there is that Minecraft is very much like the big bad guy. Minecraft had hit its peak earlier on in like 2012, 2013, then it started to die out around 2017, 2018, but then just like the big bad guy, you think you've killed him and they come right back, which was its resurgence of 2019. And they had beauty stuff as well, which was James Charles, Jeffree Star twice, because of his series with Shane and the conspiracy palette that he made. It's really nice that they included these new creators, but there's a little bit of controversy with one of them, Janelle Eliana, because she just came out of nowhere and people are thinking she was grown there by YouTube on purpose. Hey, that's the kid from Stranger Things. You made these the most viewed creators. Finally, Mr. Beast is on here again. And yes, PewDiePie here. That is no surprise to me. So the thing about including PewDiePie in this format is that they can include him without actually endorsing him, because to their advertisers they can just say, oh, these are the most viewed, most liked videos of the year. They aren't actually saying, we worked with PewDiePie to create this. That's why they didn't include him in the other ones, because it's like they're actually endorsing his actions. And also the media hates PewDiePie, so they don't want to do that. Nobody can get mad at the facts. And that part right there actually gave me goosebumps the first time I watched it. And then there's just people from different countries hitting 10 million subscribers and different milestones, which is great. Having these people shows YouTube's worldwide influence, and it's pretty good. Okay, so with T-Series, they are technically the first channel to hit 100 million subscribers, but their company, the first creator to hit 100 million subscribers, was PewDiePie, but they already included him twice, so I think that's why they didn't include him again. My only problem with including Ines Batur here is that he's been known to falsely copyright strike people, like JT, he received I think 5 in total, and that's sort of against YouTube's rules and should result in termination. But Ines is fine. He also copied one of PewDiePie's videos. So yeah, it makes sense that he's on here because of the milestone, but at the same time, they maybe shouldn't have included him. But then again, you could probably say the same thing about PewDiePie because of his controversy in 2017. And that's the end of Rewind 2019. What were the problems with that video? Well, even though they partially listened to us, they didn't fully listen to what we wanted. A couple things that YouTube missed in this 2019 Rewind were Etika, which didn't fit the tone that they were going for, even though he probably should have got some kind of memoriam. KSI versus Logan Paul fight, they didn't include this in the 2018 either, and I think because it's all violent and they don't want to be violent anymore. There was no Decade Rewind. Come on YouTube, what the heck are you doing? You could have done both at once if you're gonna do top 10s. It would have taken you less time than doing a normal Rewind. Another huge thing that YouTube left out of Rewind 2019 was memes. 2019 has had its fair share of memes, including the most recent one, which is popping up everywhere because of The Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. They could have at least included a cringy one like that and kept up with the times, but instead they went with their safe top 10 format and excluded all the memes, so now popular memers are having to make their own rewinds. Something I want to bring up is that creators made better rewinds than YouTube did. The Tech It Realm did a decent one, there was also the Legends Edition. Pewdiepie might come out with one, I know that he did one last year with Ground A and Flying Kitty and Dolan Dark, and that was really good. Even had time to pay respects for the people that we lost in that year. So yeah, there you go, those are my thoughts on Rewind 2019, and its issues too. Many other creators had similar things to say about this, but these were just my personal opinions. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Seth Everman's reaction to this was that it was very boring and that he fell asleep and then he just fast forwarded through it all, which was funny. And there were a couple other people on Twitter. Another thing that I haven't mentioned about Twitter is that YouTube was acting very petty after the fact. They were acting like Wendy's on Twitter. If you don't know the Wendy's Twitter account, they're famous for their roasts. And this was exemplified by ERB's rap battle. They're compiling all their favorite reactions to this and then just having cheeky replies to it, which I guess is good that they're being funny about it, but I don't know. YouTube Rewind failed for one simple reason. YouTube is out of touch with its creators, and instead they try doing their own thing, but they fail every single time. Now that I think of it, YouTube is much like a parent or grandparent that doesn't know what a Nintendo Switch is. They try their best, but then they get you a light switch that's branded by Nintendo instead. Thank you everyone so much for watching this. You're going to be learning more about YouTube in the next episode of this series.